What's up, guys? I think I'm gonna go outside, go take a drive. Yeah, come take a drive with me. So, dear Summer, let's get into it. I would like to share my summer and how basically God will bless you in ways that you can't even think of. But sometimes you truly have to go through the mud, go through the storm to realize the blessings on the other side. Sometimes you truly have to do your own healing to understand the blessings. Because if you're still scorned or if you're still hurt, the blessings will be in your face, but you can't receive it because your soul can't fathom it. And I won't even say your soul. Your physical mind can't understand it at the moment. But before we get to that, let me just talk about my summer and how I landed here. Well, drive with me. So once upon a time, not too many months ago, in June, as a first-time car owner, I thought I can drive without insurance. Because I'm like, you know what? It's not like I'm getting into accidents. I've been safe. So in the meantime, while I figure out a different insurance, let me drive without insurance. Stupid me didn't know about insurance relapse. Oh man, was I in for a lesson? And that lesson was taught. Well, I got hit with a notice. Hey, you don't have insurance. You need to turn in your plates. Because if you don't, we are going to suspend your registration indefinitely. I was like, oh shit. Okay. Let me go to the DMV and let me go, go hand in these plates. So once I go to the DMV and hand in my plates, come to find out, your boy got hit with a suspension for 2 months at that. So from June until the time my registration got lifted, which was in September 3rd, I didn't have my car. I couldn't drive my car. And that hurt it. And the reason why that hurt it, because when you work hard for something, and you know how they say, a car is like freedom. It really is. Yeah, man. Like a car is really like freedom. You get to leave places when you want to. You get to just get up and go. And I felt like God probably felt like, you've been doing that for too long, my brother. Sit your ass down. And that's what I had to do. I had to sit down. And God made me sit down. So, but the beauty in it, though, I created my calling page. I had a spiritual awakening during that time, because while that spiritual awakening happened, I've been looking for a way to, you know, not work as much because I've been working a lot. Definitely with the post office, it was a lot of strain on my body because I have other injuries, but that's besides the point. You know, at the end of the day, I wanted to create a way to spend time with my daughter more. And by that, I feel like me creating the call-in page is our meal ticket to achieve that goal that I want to achieve. But I really feel like I had to go through what I went through just to get that thought in my head, because during that time, yes, I was working, but I wasn't driving nowhere. So I was home a lot in my thoughts. I was home a lot, plotting, thinking. And that was the beauty of not having my car. Once again, the blessings in disguise. But once again, as I did that, and as these thoughts flood my mind, the calling got birthed. So I created the calling. Now it's a memoir. It's all the poetry that I love to write. Because at the end of the day, I left breadcrumbs to this idea anyway. Like that's how God works in mysterious ways. Like I've been plotting for this moment for the longest. And when I say plotting for this moment for the longest, what I mean is I already was doing YouTube already. I already was being a content creator by doing photography. I already had the poetry in me by rapping 6 years ago. And I already knew how to talk. Already knew how to, make my words sound good. I just had to do it in a more structured way. And now that's what I'm doing. So that's why the calling to me is so beautiful, because it's something that I've been longing for. I just needed structure to how to do it. And now I have the structure and the identity of how to do it. And it's so funny, before that even happened, I won't say I didn't have purpose, but I was just in the rat race of life. Like, I was just, in the rat race of life. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it this way, I'm gonna do life this way, who cares? In that nature, like, who cares where I'm at right now? I have enough time to figure it out. I'll figure it out later. That type of mind thinking. Because I definitely didn't want to be a manager at the post office. Hell no. But now I have purpose. Now I have this energy, like, I can't wait to see what this page is going to look like in 10 years, 5 years. I can't wait till my daughter become of age where now we can make content together. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and she's only about to be 2, but I couldn't wait for those moments. I couldn't wait for that moment. And I'm so happy that now I'm just laying the groundwork. So when she gets to a certain age where I could put her in my content, it'll be even more beautiful, because now I have a backlog of a whole bunch of poems, a whole bunch of things that I wrote about. And at the end of the day, people love to, how can I say it? People love to create these things when they're close to their goal, or when they're at the finish line, and then they do like an autobiography about how they got there. Like, like a lot of people do their work in silence. And I'm choosing not to do my work in silence. I'm choosing to do it out loud. I'm choosing to do it while I'm in the storm. I'm choosing to do it while I'm still going through trials and tribulations in life. And somebody gonna be going through these trials and tribulations, and they gonna wonder, how do I overcome it? And I hope my story shows people that if you stay grounded, you stay humble, just maybe you'll get over those humps. But before I even get there, let me just continue about my summer. So yeah, God sat me down. I don't have a car. I figured out what to do with my life, which was create the calling. So now I guess you could call me a content creator. And plus I have a gaming channel as well, which now I do somewhat poetry on my gaming channels now. But we ain't gotta talk about that. And like I said, I've been working on this calling page in the meantime while I've been working. But one day in July, I got semi in trouble with my job. You may be thinking, what did you do now, Jones? What did you do? Oh man, don't tell me it's traffic going this way. Lord have mercy. Anyway, so I got hit with something called scan integrity. Yeah, scan integrity. And when that happened, to my knowledge, I was getting put up for removal for my first offense on the scan integrity. And which is so crazy, the manager at the time, they supposed to follow a protocol of, hey, you get a warning, you get a 7 day, then you get a 14 day, then you get put up for removal. But no, these jackasses put me up for removal right out the gate. Right out the gate. They didn't even give me a warning. They put me up for removal right out the gate. They didn't even give me a chance. They put me up for removal right out the gate. And you know what's so funny about God? You know what's so funny when God don't like ugly? He give you a mini outlet. He give you a mini outlet. And when I say that, I just mean I got that right up on a Wednesday. Guess what? The same thing happened on a Friday. This scan integrity. But the thing about it, when it happened on a Friday, it happened with way more packages. Because I got hit with scan integrity for 21 packages. But on Friday, and I remember this day so vividly, it was hot as hell in the city. It was like 94 degrees. If anybody remember, and you live in the city in July in the mid-20s, like the 25th or whatever, it was hot as hell. And what happened was, some help had to come take some of my packages. But then he was told, hey, you gotta come back. You gotta come back. Don't even finish those packages. We'll do them tomorrow. That is called scan integrity. That's what I got hit for. But guess what? The following week, I get a notice in the mail saying, hey, you gotta, we have a meeting. Okay. This meeting turned into another write-up. This meeting turns into another write-up for the scan integrity that happened on Friday. And when that happened, they figured it out when I told them that, hey, I didn't even do this time. Somebody else did this. Guess what they did with that write-up? Throw it away. They threw that shit away. Water under the bridge. And guess how many packages was on my truck that day? More than 50 packages. And we could get into why I even had more than 50 packages. And that's off the strength of, honestly, my back was having a flare-up. Because I have a slight tear. I have a slight lower disc tear. So, and sometimes that flare up, and in the heat, that flares up very bad. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened on that day. So when that happened, that person don't get in trouble. They threw it under the bridge. They even threw the write-up out because they realized it wasn't me that did it. So they stuck with the one that was 21 packages. So while I'm in the process of having this up for removal against me, they said, hey. No, they didn't say nothing. They just was like, it was just a process being done. But I guess the final straw was when I took like 4 days off. Now, you're wondering why. Why did you take 4 days off? Well, let's get into that. Unfortunately, I had a friend of mine who passed away August 23rd. And I took some days off. And when I came back to clock in, which was later that week, because that happened on a Saturday. And when I came back to work on a Thursday, I was told that, hey, you can't work, sir. I can't what? You can't work. You can't clock in. Don't clock in at that. Meanwhile, I was telling them like I was grieving. This is why I wasn't at work. They didn't want to hear it, nor did they care. They said, hey, go home. You'll still be paid until the 12th. But after that, you will no longer be paid. And I ain't gonna hold you. I felt like my world was crumbling. Because I worked at this place for 10 years. I worked at this place for 10 years. And they did that to me. So as I've been working for this place 10 years, I was really shocked that, one, they put me up for removal so fast on my first offense. Like, I really felt like my world was crumbling. I can't even hold you. Like, what I'm gonna do? But you know what's so funny? I had an MTA bus exam. In the meantime, so I'm still waiting for the process of that as well. But anyway, as that happened, so I'm home. I'm just working on this stuff. I'm working on my calling page. I'm just home. But I can't lie. I'm stressed out. Money getting low. Because I can admit, I sucked at saving money. Plus, I didn't know this was about to happen. I didn't know I was about to get hit with a blow this hard that would change my life. But you know what's so funny about God? You know what's so funny about blessings? You know what's so funny when you sit there and pray on something? Man, that man can hear you. That man can hear you. And the reason why I say that is because as my money is getting low, as my money is dwindling down, you know, I was like, God, please, make something happen. I don't know, but make something happen. 2 days later, after I said that prayer, 5K hit my account. Yo, 5K hit my account after that day. When I said God, when I prayed to God and got on my knees and I cried that day, my New York State tax hit for 5K. That was the beginning of, yo, God is real. That was the beginning of that. That's when I say, yo, God is real. Because Lord knows I don't know where I would have been if that 5K didn't hit my account. Lord knows I don't know where I would have been if that 5K didn't hit my fucking account. I'll say it again. Excuse my language. But it happened. And I was so grateful. I was so grateful for that moment. Because I didn't know what was going to happen next. But that held me down. Meanwhile, these people at my job are playing with my emotions. They playing with my job. They taking food out my mouth. They taking money out my pockets. But you know what? I got way more time to spend with my daughter. I will never forget that. God gave me a break. And a well vacation. But before things got a little better, I was still going through it. Because I'm like, when is they going to come up with this decision to give me my job back? When are they going to do this? Now, once again, even as I make this video, yes, I do have my job. But they are slow walking it. But we'll get into that. So anyway, I'm home. I'm like, all right, cool. I got this 5K. Boom. A couple weeks go by. I'm officially fired. From my job now. They done took me out the system. I'm not in the system no more. Like, I am officially fired. Like, they took away my benefits. But once again, blessings in disguise. Them doing that freed up the TSP that I had building up, which was over 10K. In my account. I had over 10K in my account, in my TSP account. And when they fired me, officially, they let me take that out. And as I was able to take that out, that gave me even more money, even more cushion. It gave me more cushion to do what I needed to do. So I bought more equipment. And this is what I mean by blessings in disguise. Because I asked God for a stool. Because I suck with money. I can admit that. But God freed me up to say, hey, I'm going to take away your job real quick. But in the meantime, you're going to stress. But you don't know. You're going to get a bundle of money in the midst of it. And that's what happened. I got a bundle of money in the midst of it. And guess what also happened? My case got turned over. They done gave the boy the job back with a clean slate. And now they owe me even more money. Because they want to play around. Now they owe me more money. Now you got to give me back pay. Because you thought you was gonna be able to fire me. Nah, that's God right there. God don't like ugly. And when you trying to just live life right, oh, you only gonna prosper but so far. You only gonna do so much damage to a person like that. So once again, my summer was crazy, but it was so many blessings in disguise that, man, I can't help but to feel blessed. Like, yo, these things happen for a reason. We're gonna make a U-turn right here. These things happen for a reason. And once again, now my bank account is good. They about to give me back pay. I got my job back. I got a nice vacation on top of that. I bought me new equipment to up my calling page. But through all that, I remain humble. I remain resilient. And I just weathered the storm. And as I weathered that storm, look who came out on top. I got my car back. You feel me? Got my insurance back. I got the tickets that I had on my insurance that was making my insurance high. That shit done came off. So now my insurance is low again and more affordable. Because that's why I did the insurance relapse. Because who the hell want to pay $1K a month? Not me. But once again, now I pay a reasonable price. And once again, I just thank the man above for like just giving me the strength to go through all this. Man, so like I was saying, you know, I just thank the man above for just opening doorways for me, for freeing up time that I needed, even though it caused some pain. But at the end of the day, I done gained money. I done got my insurance back. I done got my registration back. I done got my baby back, which is my car. All these things that got stripped away during the summertime, I gained it all back. I got my job back. Even though they taken a while to put me back in the system, I still got it back. And long as they keep taking long to put me back in the system, every day I'm getting paid. So once again, it's like I'm on paid vacation. Because they wanted to be so fast to get rid of me. And getting rid of me so fast helped me out in the long run. And I'm so thankful for the blessings in disguise. And you know, and if you got to the end of this video, I just want to say, whatever storm you're going through, just put on your raincoat, put on your boots, and strap in, because it may be a long ride. It may be a long drought. But I promise you, if you stay humble, you stay graceful, or should I say grateful, and you move with grace, and you move with love, that man will bless you. And your storm won't last as long. If you change your mindset and your perspective on how things are, you will see things in a more beautiful light. Because I thought I was really at my lowest, and God put me at my highest. Yo, God gave me so much money that I damn near got a brand new car now. That's how real it is. But once again, that was my summer. And I just pray for anybody going through bad times. Just stay strong. Keep your head high. Continue to move with love. And I understand some situations are harder than others. Because everybody going through their trials and tribulations. But trust me, you will get through it. Your soul picked this lifetime because it know it's going to get through it. You just got to see it through. You got to see it through on this physical plane. You got to see it through. It already know on the astral plane that you're going to get through it. You just got to see it through. You got to trust it. And that's what I did. I trusted. I even fucking stopped smoking. I don't even smoke no more. Which is another blessing. Because God gave me so many signs in my dreams. That's a whole nother video. But anyway, I holla at y'all. Peace.